episode of On the Limb with Nature's Voice Game Calls is brought to you by Trout Routes. Trout Routes is a premier fishing app that strives to empower trout anglers with information to help you go further and discover new waters, new places, and new faces. Check them out at troutroutes.com. Trout Routes is proud to be able to connect you to local resources and experts, such as fly shops, guides, local brands, and nonprofits. Be sure to check them out at troutroutes.com or the Apple App Store and Google Play Store to download the app today.
Dan's like, hey, Dave, wake up. It's time to turn the music down.
Hey, at least he hit record, though.
Guys, I'm trying my hardest to get this Facebook thing going so I can watch the...
Oh, my goodness.
Love
man,
it.
the
Folks,
comments.
welcome to another episode of On the Limb Podcast. We've got Dan in tonight, and we've got Dave. Everybody in the studio tonight.
Everybody.
Hope everyone had a Merry Christmas.
Oh, yeah.
Got to spend some
Absolutely.
good time with their family there during that time. And we're going to talk a little bit about trout fishing tonight. So it's getting that time of the year where trout fishing's starting to hit hot and heavy.
Oh, yeah.
Deer season's already ended here in West Virginia. We had a muzzleloader season that's already ended as well.
Yeah,
So,
we got, 3-day doe season coming in
Yeah.
before the end of the year.
we got a special doe season that comes in before the end of the year.
Yep,
But other
and
than
then-
that,
Then you got your heritage season at the beginning of the year. So, yeah, that's going to wrap hunting season up.
Yep.
Buck season, deer season. for the year.
the major hunting seasons here in West Virginia's already passed.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
So
You know what I look forward to right after deer season, though, besides trout fishing?
what's that?
Turkey season.
Oh yeah, for sure. Got to talk about some turkeys. Come on.
Oh, yeah.
Come on.
Come on. Absolutely.
All right, so this evening we're going to be talking with Beau Robinson, owner of Nature's.
Wow.
Here I'm thinking about Nature's Voice. Sorry,
Native.
Natives Fly Shop, and the creator of Catch Cam nets. We got to use those while we was at Coastal Marsh Adventures.
Yeah, we talked a little bit about them.
and I was catching bigger fish than Trevor.
Well, he might have caught bigger, but me and Trevor definitely caught more.
No. It was about the same.
Yeah, I think all in we all had about the same
We
amount
did.
of fish at the end.
Now I can't say that for the Greenbrier. Y'all definitely caught more fish.
Oh
than
yeah,
me.
by far.
Look at him.
And you know, if you recall, I was on a phone call for like an hour and a half of that, and I was still catching fish on a fly rod.
Still.
Yeah, but you
had my
can't-
phone up here in my ear like that because I forgot my earbuds.
You can't really count the times that the guy actually hooked it for you and gave you the rod.
Why not? It's still catching.
Yeah.
If you land it, it's your fish.
Come on, man. Who drug it out of the water?
So we've been talking to him. You know, we'll be talking to him here in a bit, but let's get Dan on, and he's going to tell us about the West Virginia Hunting and Fishing Show. What we've got coming up.
Definitely got some exciting things ahead here in West Virginia. Don't forget about the West Virginia Hunting and Fishing Show at Coliseum and Convention Center on January the 24th through the 26th. That's brought to you by the West Virginia Trophies Hunter Association. This show always brings great seminars, tips, tricks, equipment, gear, adventures, great hunting stories from the mountain state and abroad. Make sure to join us and the hundreds of other exhibitors at the 2025 West Virginia Hunting and Fishing Show. And don't forget, if you just got your bucks back this year, or if you killed a nice one and you already got it back, or you did a European mount, however you done it, whatever you did, guys, take that in there, get it scored. If you haven't got it professionally scored yet, they will be doing that at the show. And like I said, you can get it hung on the Whitehall Hall of Fame there. You can always listen here on the Limb Podcast or West Virginia Outdoors with Chris Lawrence on 58 WCHS Saturday mornings for more details for upcoming events and such for the West Virginia Hunting and Fishing Show. That was weird. I cut in and out right there.
Yeah, it's because you went up above it, I think, or
Is
down
it?
below.
Maybe,
Yeah.
yeah.
Season 3, episode 132 has dropped, and we have 133 that will be coming out tomorrow. and this is episode 134. So
Yeah.
we'll probably hit 137 before we actually end the year up with the ones that we have in the bank right now. So,
Yeah, probably. And then, well, that'll be next year, though. I was going to say, then we'll have a slew of them. We get to do some pretty exciting things this year at the Hunting and Fishing Show with our new gear we got.
Yep,
we'll be doing some lives.
We will be doing a live podcast from the West Virginia Hunting and Fishing Show before it starts.
Yep, while setting up
on Thursday evening. We're going to try to do it then.
Yep,
and then we're going. That'll be our test for Friday.
Yep, and then we're going to do it before everybody kind of comes in Friday and. It gets busy. Hopefully, it gets extremely busy this year.
Yeah, Bugsy mentioned that the other night, and I thought, man, that'd be pretty good.
This guy.
No, listen, I'm going to tell you. So, if it was me, and this is the way I look at it, I'm not going to call somebody and just be like, "Hey, come on over because he's here." It's not that we didn't want you to be there.
I know. I got to give you.
I know,
crap.
but I wouldn't leave my family on Christmas Day to do that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's the way I look at it, and my apologies, but yes, I would love to have had you there.
I'd have probably come out for a little bit, just say hey.
So that's a standing thing, though. You're welcome at my house anytime.
Absolutely. I just didn't know he was there.
Yeah. But it's probably going to be like an every year thing now. So
Good.
Bugsy's like incorporated into the family.
Absolutely. Hey, he's a standing family member.
Yeah, he is now.
Absolutely.
Yep. He's been there. He was there for Thanksgiving this year and Christmas now. So we're good to go.
Yep.
But so we have those 2 episodes coming out. Be sure to check us out on Apple Podcast, Spotify, Amazon Music, YouTube, or wherever you get your podcasts for all past and present episodes. And, this is the end of Season 3.
Yeah.
So we're going to be kicking into Season 4, which won't actually be I was telling Beau there a little bit ago, we actually started in 2022.
Towards the end of the year.
Well, it was 2021.
Yeah.
Towards the end of the year in September.
Yeah.
So this will be our actual 3rd full season.
Yep.
But we called it since we did a half a season for 21.
Which, I mean, in reality, though, if you think about Season 1, we was cranking them out.
We were doing 2 a week.
Yeah.
So it was a lot.
Yeah, that was a good time. So,
yep.
Hey, guys, don't forget to use Podcast 10 at checkout with Outdoor Pro, outdoor-pro-shop.com for 10% off your order at checkout.
Yep. And thanks for everybody for their likes, shares, comments, subscriptions. Dave here is monitoring the comments on Facebook, so if you're chiming in during our live, he'll answer back to you.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, we forgot about that. We talked to Tate Gross there. He just mentioned doing a live from his bow fishing boat sometime soon.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I remember I told you about that. He wants to do it. Yeah,
that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, that sounds like a great idea, Tate. We'll have to schedule something.
Be sure to chime in if you're on our live right now. We're on Facebook. Tune in and shoot us a comment or a question for Beau this evening. So without further ado, let's get into talking about some trout fishing with Beau Robinson, the owner of Natives Fly Shop and Catch Cam Nets. I won't forget the Catch Cam Nets.
No, you won't. No.
We use those, but anyways. I've never been to the fly shop. We got to make a trip up there.
Yeah, where was that at? I know
it's in Whitehall.
It's Whitehall. Yeah, that's right. We talked about that the other day.
All right, Beau, how you doing, sir?
Good, guys. Good. Thanks for having me on here. I'm kind of jealous I'm not in the studio drinking some of those garage beers with you.
I know. Yeah, we'll have to have you down in studio so we can do another episode during like the actual, the height of trout season, like March or something.
Yeah, man. Love to do it.
Yeah.
No, you know what? No, scratch that. We'll take some garage beers and we'll meet him on the stream.
Oh, we could do that. Or
that's even better.
Go up there and do it at the shop.
Yeah. Or we could go up to the shop and do it or something.
We could do a live from the shop.
Come on up. Yeah, we can do it from the shop for sure.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah.
So to start off a little bit, just tell us a little bit about your background and how you got into these things.
Oh man, I'd say it's a pretty long story, but keeping it kind of simple and short. Grew up doing construction. Did go to college, was a waste of time. Wish I never would have tried. Spent 3 years to get a 2-year degree. Had a little bit too much fun. But then I got out of school and started a construction company. So I started flipping houses and building furniture and just kind of loved doing some woodworking stuff. So really the whole fishing stuff started, I was about 21. My brother-in-law graduated from film school and was trying to get some work up here. He moved up here from Alabama and married my sister. Trying to get some work around here, so I basically told my brother-in-law to follow me around with a camera and start getting some footage, hunting, fishing, get in the outdoor space. And we started a brand back in 2014 called West Virginia Natives, and it was really just a Facebook, Instagram page. We made some videos, and people just started loving the content. So I kind of played off of that. I made a little logo brand. I just kind of drew on a napkin. I've got no background in this kind of stuff. I guess I drew growing up as a kid and just loved kind of being creative. But I made the West Virginia Hook logo and put it on a hat, and people just like went ape shit over it. So, and in fact, the very first year, a guy messaged us on Facebook and he said, "What do you think of my new tattoo?" And he got the West Virginia Natives logo tattooed on his hand, and that was like a moment for me. Wow. I was like, man, I might have something pretty cool here. People really like this.
Yeah. No, I've seen your all's hats. The ones you done there a while back in the West Virginia colors, I think it was, on the camo.
Yeah. Yeah, those are hot sellers.
Yeah, yep. Those were amazing.
So the apparel line kind of took off, and my brother-in-law started getting pretty busy. He got picked up from some other companies, and then his business started taking off. And when he left is kind of when I invented the catch cam net. I just took some duct tape to wooden net I built and strapped a GoPro on there. And I was still trying to get the footage to keep up with my social media stuff. And since I didn't have him to carry around the camera anymore, it was just kind of like the only way I could carry a camera and fish. And a lot of times was just throwing the net up on the bank to capture the video, like as a tripod.
Yeah.
And it worked, and people were loving that. So that's kind of when I decided to pursue looking into the patent and all that. Again, no background in it, but I felt like if I never pursued it, I couldn't live with myself. And I knew I could always fall back on doing construction. And it's funny, I thought back then when I pursued the fishing stuff, I was done doing construction, but I've been doing construction every year since. In fact, we just moved to a new fly shop this year back in June, and I completely remodeled that building. And now my old shop, which was on Fairmont Avenue, I actually started on that today, remodeling as an Airbnb apartment. So
okay, cool.
We're
nice.
yeah. So the construction never ends. Trying to juggle that, run the shop. The shop has so many cylinders and facets to it now too. It's a lot, but very little sleep, especially with the newborn. But it's all good stuff, man. It's all good.
So speaking of the shop, there, tell us where that's located at, exactly where people can get there to come in and purchase products and what have you.
Yeah, man. So the new fly shop is exactly half a mile off of exit 132 in Whitehall. You take a right off the exit, you stay straight like you're going towards Grafton on 250, and it's right there on your right past the little gas station there. As soon as you get past Walmart and all that on your right.
Yeah, okay, I know exactly where you're at there. Yep.
Super easy. Yep.
I used to take 250 over to Grafton for a job, pipeline job years back.
Nice. Yep.
Years back. He talks like he's 50.
It has been 13
back
years
in the
ago.
old days.
That's years back, ain't it?
Back in the old days. Yeah, it has been a long time.
That's back when you didn't have to wear hard hats and safety glasses. You know, the good old days of work.
The good old days, yeah.
The good old days, yeah.
You know, we say that now and it's like, it doesn't seem like that long ago. Like
no.
10 years ago.
Right.
But
how you think them old timers feel?
I know.
Oh, back in my day, we wore flip flops and shorts.
Yeah. So what all do you offer there at your shop? It's a full service fly shop?
Full service fly shop, man. We've got some good name rods now. We've got TFO, G Loomis, Cortland, Douglas, several different reel companies. We're a big fly tying shop, so we have basically everything you need to tie a lot of different fly patterns, kind of specializing in the Euro nymphing stuff, so the jig nymph stuff, and then big flies. We specialize in the warm water stuff, so nice. Smallmouth and musky flies. We do a lot of that stuff.
Nice. So speaking on fly tying, have you seen the event that's coming up here in Scott Depot? They're doing a fly tying for the Thornwood vets.
I have not seen that event. Is it through Project Healing Waters?
I think I'm not sure if it's through Project Healing Waters or
Operation
not.
Thornwood. Let's see. Let me see if I can get some more info.
Bubba is the one that does the Thornwood event, so I'm sure it has something to do with Project Healing Waters.
I would say so. But yeah, I seen that the other day. Somebody showed interest in it, and it popped up for me. John.
Yeah.
Fowler there. So I'm like, man, that sounds like an awesome event to
if we
check
can
out.
if we can work it in, I'd love to do it live from there while they're doing that.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that'd
absolutely.
be pretty sweet. Yeah, we'll have to check into that.
Yeah, I talked to Beau
I talked to
before.
Bubba.
I talked to Bubba before Christmas, and we were talking about the Thornwood thing. He wants to definitely have us up for that and try to get that taken care of this year. But he's the one that hooked me and Beau up.
Oh, nice.
So, Beau, we met one of your workers there at the Morgantown show. Real big dude, like a freaking lineman.
Yeah, he's he's a fireman now, but he played at Marshall football back in the day. So yeah, that's old Joe Bragg, one of my good buddies.
Yep, that's him.
Okay.
Yep.
Now, including the storefront, do you have a website where anybody can get on there and order stuff from you?
Absolutely, yep. So we have nativesflyfishing.com, and that's the whole fly shop, and then catchcamnets.com, and that's if you're looking for a specialty net, jump on CatchCam, because we do a thing called build your own net. So that's one thing that's unique about our nets is we do fully customized. You can pick the hoop collar, the size, the handle graphics. You can even customize it with your name or quote. Build it out to your specs, basically.
Nice.
Yeah, I think that's awesome.
One new thing we're about to launch here in 25, which is pretty cool. Actually, I haven't even shared this publicly with anyone yet, but
here's the first.
At our new shop here, we have a full powder coating booth in house. So that's going to be a whole new side business, side hustle, having powder coating products. But we're going to offer the nets in just about every color imaginable now. You can jump on the website, and instead of just the 4 color options we have available now, you'll be able to pick any color you want, and we'll be able to fully customize it that day.
Yeah, so what I've noticed through your website, the natives there, you can actually access the CatchCam nets, and it's vice versa with the CatchCam nets, correct?
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah,
yep.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's nice.
I like that. So nativesflyfishing.com is that business there. So let's get on to a little bit, since we're talking about the nets. You're saying that it's more than your average landing net. Like you're saying, you can customize the net size and even for whatever size fish you're gonna catch.
That's right, man. We've got a size net for just about every fish out there, from small brook trout to giant muskie. So, and a lot of saltwater stuff as well.
Yeah, speaking of the saltwater, we used the CatchCam nets there. That's what the ad is that we posted there on Facebook for our live tonight. We used them down there at Coastal Marsh Adventures with Chris Bowden.
Yep.
Yeah, awesome. How'd that do, putting those big redfish in there?
Man, I tell you what, did great. The picture that we have of Dan, he has one of the big ones that was like 30-some inches.
Yeah.
And it never even...
Didn't even feel it.
Didn't even feel. I mean, it didn't even have a bend in it. So
yeah,
it's great.
It was definitely a stable net in my hand when I was.
Oh yeah, I didn't get to use them, but Dan did, and who else used it? Of course, Chris did.
I think it was just me and Chris.
You and Chris, because y'all were on that in front of the boat.
Yep.
Yeah, man. I'm all about building a net that's going to last, something durable.
It's very very good product.
I'd have to get me a new one for my fly vest.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
So, do you all have the little lanyards there that go with them, and you can snap them to the back of your vest and stuff?
Yeah, we offer all those. Yep. We also have a pretty cool holster system for carrying the net.
Oh, okay.
Oh, really? Now I'll have to look it up.
Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, it's kind of a funny story. It's another company's product that actually works just absolutely flawlessly for our net. So back in like 2018, I was trying to solve the problem of carrying a net. It's something everybody struggles with. The lanyards and the magnets really are not a great solution. It works, and,
Yeah,
and for some of those smaller nets, it works just fine. But
it's either too short or too long.
yeah, and then sometimes they catch on briars or whatever, and
Yep.
sling back and smack you in the back of the head. It absolutely sucks. So I came up with a complete new design on this holster system, this 2-piece system. And when I filed for patent research, it came back, there was already a product like it. So instead of trying to reinvent the wheel, I just reached out to the company and asked, I said, here's what I want to do with your product. Are you interested in like a partnership? And basically what it is, it's called a spider tool holster, and it's for a drill or a hammer or anything that you want to have accessible right there as you're doing construction. And it's just a Velcro strap that goes around the handle, and we put them on our nets and they work perfectly. So I was probably, to my knowledge, and just about everybody I've talked to, the first one to come out with a net holster. And now there's several companies kind of knocking it off and trying to come up with their own thing. You know how that world goes. People kind of stealing the idea, but the spider holster works super great. Yep. So we've been pushing those for several years now. There's just really not a better solution for carrying a net. It's like drawing a gun out of a gun holster. It's literally right there on your hip, one trigger, and boom, it's out.
So that's spider holster?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. Spider tool holster. Yep.
Oh,
yep.
nice.
Yeah, that's pretty slick. I just found it there looking at it.
Man, that's pretty cool.
Yep. So that's on our website as well. And like we have a net for literally everything. And that's what's unique about our nets, is it's more than just a net. The fact that you can interchange handles, you can break it down and travel with. Every one of our nets will fit in a suitcase for traveling, so you can take the handle off, pack it in there.
I would have never thought that. As durable as that one is that you used, I'd have never thought you could break that down.
Yeah,
you can break that down. Yep. All 3 of our predator nets, from our salt to our salmon to our muskie, they actually break right in half. So they'll fold right in half, and then the handle will come out, and then they'll pack away from there.
So that right there tells you how the stability of it, if they'll fold in half like that.
Yeah.
And still bring in a freaking muskie or anything like, a sizable fish like that.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, man.
What is that guy's name? That's
Leroy Jenkins.
You just messed my head up. God, why do you do that? I had it on the tip of my tongue, and I was like, I think his name's Joel Miller.
Oh yeah, Joel. Yep.
Does he use your all's nets on those big muskie he catches?
I don't think Joel has one of our nets, but he does catch some quality muskie for sure.
Well, Joel, if you're listening, you need a catch cam net.
No doubt. Absolutely, no doubt.
I'm calling him out. You got to get one of them nets.
Nice.
So how did your background in the outdoor industry and, like as a kid growing up, was you a fisherman? Did Dad take you hunting? How did you get
All the above, man. Grew up as a kid in the outdoors. Dad told me to get outside and play. I never had a video game or computer in my hand ever. So
that's good.
Oh yeah, man. And I'm gonna raise my little one the same way.
How old are you?
Little guy, 6 months old this week.
6 months. And how old are you?
I'm 33.
Oh wow, that's pretty good. You never having a video game in your hand, being 33.
Yeah, really.
No man.
Yeah.
And my dad got me a lifetime hunting license when I was, I guess, before I was 1 year old, and we actually just got Rowan his hunting lifetime license too. So
yeah, that's a great deal, really. It's
it
$400 for a lifetime license under a year old, man. Yeah. It's worth it.
Yeah, they didn't have that back when I was first getting my license, but that's what I would have got for sure.
Yeah.
I would have had Dad get me that.
Yeah, you'd asked him for it when you was under 1 year old.
No, I mean you can get it. You can get it up to 5, isn't it?
Well, you can get it now.
You can get it now.
Yeah,
it's just a heck of a lot more expensive.
But they discount it if you get it before a certain time.
Right.
Yeah, that's right.
Before 1 is 400. 1 to 3 is like 500. 3 to 6,
But it still pays for itself.
After you hit 12 or something, I think it's $800.
Because, I mean, you're looking at $50 a pop if you get an extra buck stamp and stuff like that. I mean, $35 for a base
You still have
license.
to buy extra tags.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
But you're not paying the extra $35 for your base license.
Right.
So,
Pacey's got hers.
Yeah.
I screwed the pooch and didn't get Carter's.
oh.
I still got time. He's not, like I said, I think it's still only going to be like $600. Or I think it's $500.
Well, it's
for his
still
age.
worth it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, but you figure, take 50 times 10, you're at $500, 10 years of hunting. It's paid for itself.
Yeah, man. It's definitely worth it.
Well, Beau, we're going to take a break real quick and hear a word from our sponsors. We'll be right back.
Okay.
This episode of On the Limb with Nature's Voice Game Calls is brought to you by Apparition Scents, an outdoor and sporting goods company based in Dilliner, Pennsylvania. All of their scents developed and hand bottled with strict attention being paid to every detail. Contact them today at 724-998-7646 or check them out at apparitionscents.com. 100% lethal or your money back guaranteed. Get a hold of them today at 724-998-7646 or check them out at apparitionsense.com.
Wow, he did good on that.
He did good. He called it.
We got to give it to you on that.
Yeah, I got to give Dave props on that.
Man,
for sure.
you kind of like redeemed yourself.
Just when I think you can't be any more stupider, you go and redeem yourself.
Oh, my God. He's good.
Oh,
He's
man.
good.
Oh,
Goodness.
You can have my extra pair of gloves. My hands are sweating.
classics right there.
All right, Beau. So one of the things that we like to do is our salute to valor
Yep.
that we do for all of our veterans and military personnel that have served or past or present. So we'll go ahead and do that.
Yeah, we didn't get a personal one today, so I'm scouring the interwebs.
Yeah, if we don't have a personalized one, that's close to us or somebody that we know, we'll search the web and just bring up one that's public.
Yeah, and this one.
You're
Go ahead.
you're needing just any veteran to salute.
Yeah, did you serve?
I didn't. My whole family did, but
nice.
a good
What?
friend of mine definitely did.
Okay.
So
Well, if you could send us after we get off his information, if he would like for us to do it, we would love to salute him.
Yeah, absolutely. Or anybody in your family that would be willing to be saluted, we'd love to salute them.
Yep, for sure.
okay.
And we'll send you some information on what we're looking for.
And it's nothing
major.
big, it's nothing major, just a little,
Little
basic
snippet
things.
in their career.
Yeah.
Cool.
But,
Love it.
So
Yeah, man.
tonight, actually, we're going to do one everybody should know. I wish I could talk in his voice. He's actually my Waze travel guide. Yeah, I got his voice.
Crocodile Dundee?
Nope. I mean, who's the best voiceover person you've ever heard? James Earl Jones? No.
That's who I was thinking
Okay,
of.
well, that's a close one. It's
Yeah.
second in my book. Morgan Freeman.
Yes.
He was in the military?
He was in the. I just found this out. Yeah, so
my
he was
gosh.
in the military. He served in the Air Force as an airman first class from 1955 to 1959. He worked as a radar technician at Kessler Air Force Base in Mississippi. He joined the Air Force after being intrigued by war films as a child.
Whoa.
Yeah, so that's interesting right there for sure. He left the Air Force after almost 4 years, realizing that flying was just not for him. He was honorably discharged, and after that, he went on to have huge success in Hollywood.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, so I had no clue.
At least he stuck it out and
He
got
did
honorably discharged.
Yeah, absolutely, for sure. So, obviously, thank Morgan Freeman for your service, sir.
Yeah, thank you for your service, Morgan.
Now, hopefully, he'll see this and voice over for us, and aha, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, forget about all
Absolutely.
that AI stuff. We want Morgan Freeman.
Absolutely. Yeah, but no, he is. So you can you used Waze.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can download him. I'm trying to find Samuel L. Jackson.
Oh, yeah.
Because you know how
would be
that
fun.
could go.
Yeah, that would be fun.
Turn
that
left.
would be fun. yeah. Turn left.
I can only imagine what recalculating would be like.
Yeah. It's like, where are you going?
Oh man,
Jared McClanahan in the comments said that his dad served in Vietnam as well.
Okay.
So maybe we could
we'll definitely
hook
have
up
to
with him and get
for
that
sure.
information.
Yeah, we would definitely do that
for sure.
for sure. All right, so back to Beau Robinson with Natives Fly Shop and Catch Cam Nets. I got it right that time.
Well, you did finally.
Yeah.
You
What
did. Third time's a charm.
Yeah, that's
There
right.
you go.
So, speaking on natives fly fishing, there you guys are a guide service as well, correct?
Absolutely. Full service guide shop. Honestly, most of our clientele is from out of state. I'd say probably 70% of our outfits are out of state, but we'll guide throughout the entire state. Primarily, right here is warm water stuff, so we do a lot of smallmouth and muskie. But we do have a stretch of private water we stock with trout, and we do guide trout there as well.
Oh, nice. Now, where do you mostly just all around the state, or do you have like a specific area for like your smallies and muskies and all that?
So we'll guide a little bit throughout the state, especially different seasons, different water conditions, or if requested. But honestly, right here where we sit, man, is some of the best smallmouth and muskie fishing in the state. Low key, people don't realize, but the Tigert River is just plumb full of fish. The West Fork River is just absolutely stellar fishing.
Right, and then just a short little drive south of you is Weston. Some phenomenal muskie fishing there.
Yeah, man. The right there in Weston is where the West Fork River starts, comes out of Stonewall, and we'll fish it. In fact, I've got a guide trip there for muskie Saturday. So, love it, man. This time of the year, a lot of good fish to be pulled out of there.
Go ahead, Mike.
No, go ahead.
Oh, now, does your website have all that information on how to get set up with you guys for a guide service?
Absolutely. Yep.
Perfect.
So we do have a plug-in on our website through Go Guide platform. There is some actual added fees on there if you book directly through the website, or you can call in and we can set it up manually. Either way. But yep, full access right on the website.
Do you all do anything on Shaver's Fork?
Very little. We have in the past, man. I don't personally love to guide public trout water.
Okay.
Where they stock, it just gets fished hard. There's a lot of people, and when you're trying to put, especially new people on trout, you got to know where the trout are. You got to know where they're going to bite. So I primarily guide the private trout water that I stock. Personally, I don't love it. It's not my, desired way of catching fish, but for people learning or people new or people wanting to catch some trophies, it's a great spot. It's a really beautiful stretch of river. Super thankful and fortunate to have the access to that I do. Went in a couple years back. Oh shoot, I think it was about 2019, 2020 maybe. We went in and did some stream restoration. We cleaned up about a mile stretch of the headwaters of White Day Creek. And we went in and put fingerling browns in just to see if they would survive. And a lot of people said there was no chance in hell that would ever work. But this year, even after our drought, if anybody trout fishes here in West Virginia, they know what a bad year it was with our drought. But we stocked some trout back first week of October this year. We put some adult rainbows in, getting ready for our fall guide season, and there was 3 brown trout that we saw all over 20 inches, and we hadn't stocked those browns for 4 or 5 years now. Wow. So we know they're surviving, they're doing well. So it's been a great project. It's been really cool to see.
Well, I grew up fishing Shaver's Fork, and that's like 25 years ago before everybody knew that was a really good place that they stocked. But
that's
I believe it was the North Fork of the Greenbrier that we would fish right in between. You'll probably know where I'm talking about, Beau. It's right between Glady and Durbin. Is that the North Fork of the Greenbrier?
That's the West Fork of the Greenbrier.
Is that the West Fork? Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, I grew up fishing that too. I mean, we would start from camp where we would stay, and we would just walk down. I mean, that's one of the best places to trout fish, natural, public, that's not heavily fished, because it's so thick in the bottoms there To get to the bank is tough.
Yep.
But they do have the old rail system, the old rail trail that goes down through there. Now you can go off of it right onto the water, which is nice. Yep. But a lot of people bike that, and a lot of people like it. Yep.
So that's like where I fish cranberry and cherry. It's an hour almost to get to where I go to start fishing. And a lot of people don't have that gumption to do it. You know, they want to pull off a road and right there, boom.
But that's the way I've always done the cranberry.
Oh, yeah.
We either walk up and fish back,
yep,
or we fish up and walk back.
Yep.
You know, it's just dependent on how it is that day.
The deeper you get in there and the harder spots to get, man, that's where it's at. And especially with the drought, you know, that would have been, I know some really good pocket waters back there under them.
So one thing
old boulders.
One thing that me and you were discussing last week when Beau was off, we just done a little chat session. Yeah. We were talking about, so like if you're in the stream, Beau, do you know if you're talking about these private waters? So on that private waters that you all stock, how is that accessible? And how is that private?
That's a good question. That's a long debated topic. A lot of people have some misunderstanding about. So from my understanding of it, through doing this project in particular, I reached out to our local DNR officers, and they've had to come out and assess everything. To my knowledge, there is only a few spots in West Virginia that is considered the King Grant. That's over in the Panhandle, that the landowners own both sides. Therefore, they have you cannot access the river, walking up the river. But that's a very, very small part of West Virginia actually has that King Grant. So anywhere in West Virginia other than that, you can walk up the river and fish anywhere. I mean, I won't mention other private waters. If anybody knows West Virginia, they'll know where I'm talking about in particular, but you can walk up and fish just about anywhere in this state. So now, with that being said, you can fish our private water, but you're going to be walking a long ways because there's just no access to it publicly. But I think 11 miles downriver would be the closest access point.
Oh wow,
so, man.
That's awesome.
So that's why I've got cell cameras up, and I've been doing this for a few years now, and I've had, knock on wood, I've had no issues with that, people posted or trespassing.
Well, that's good.
Few people, a few people drove down the road and they see our signs, and luckily they turn around. But that to my knowledge is how West Virginia is, though. You get in the river, you can walk and fish as far up as you want.
So the only so-called private waters that I've ever fished in the state of West Virginia is, what is that? What's that little stream running through the Greenbrier?
Oh, yeah, no, it's on my tip of my tongue. What's the name of that?
Harmon's?
House Creek.
House Creek.
Creek.
Yeah.
So I've only
at the Greenbrier.
I've only fished that, which is considered a private stretch. And I fished a part at Glade Springs, which they say that they have a private stretch.
Yeah,
that's like 6 miles long, and it's really good water through there. Mm-hmm. So you have to either be staying at the Greenbrier to fish it, or you have to pay to fish it while you're staying at the Greenbrier. Right. I mean, not the Greenbrier. Glade Springs.
Glady. Or Glade Springs.
Because it's Glady Creek is what it is.
Yep.
And that's some beautiful water right there.
It is. I know. Speaking of Glade Springs, I almost stopped and got me some trout today on my way home.
You just seen them swimming on the side of the road?
Some smoked trout.
Oh, smoked trout.
Yeah, where did I come through? I'm like, man, I should stop and see George and them.
That's Shady Springs.
That's what I said. Yeah, well, it's up that way. Yeah. I seen the sign for it. I'm like, oh, I should stop and get
close
some smoked trout. But I didn't.
What was you gonna say, Beau?
No, I can't even remember. You got me thinking about trout fishing.
He's thinking about trout.
Here's a little fun fact for you guys, though. I am highly, highly allergic to fish.
No kidding.
Really?
So,
cannot eat them. I can't even fillet a fish. So everything I catch is strictly catch and release.
Wow.
It's funny because I grew up fishing the cranberry, man. Every April, my dad's birthday week, we would go down to the cranberry and we would catch. We bicycle back in 8 miles to Dogway Creek, and we'd fish a whole week back in there. And I grew up just catching fish and keeping fish left and right, but I could never enjoy them. I'd throw them in a bag. My dad would fillet them up, and the whole family would have a fish fry without me. But
man,
Wow.
that's crazy.
I know.
But it doesn't bother you grabbing them though. Just once they're
Nope.
opened up.
And the water's fun. There's just something in the protein, in the meat. Even trying to fillet them through the years. As soon as I touch the meat, man, I'll break out in hives. Get sick as snot. I've got all kinds of crazy food allergies, but that one sucks. That one's ironic in itself, since I do catch a lot of fish.
Yeah.
So maybe your dad trout fished too much when.
It might be his fault. You're right.
Well, that's what we'll go with. We'll blame it.
Dang, Dad.
That's
There
funny.
is actually a home video of my dad trout fishing, and I'm in a car seat, and he put me out on a rock in the middle of the river. So
No
yeah,
kidding.
I mean, it's been in my blood from a young age for sure.
That's awesome, man.
But it's funny. I actually grew up doing a lot more hunting than I did fishing. Fishing was fun, but we'd only do it a few times a year. We'd go over the trout camp and stuff. But I grew up bow hunting, shooting bows competitively, traveled a long time, and absolutely loved bow hunting. And my name is Beau, so I was kind of felt like I was destined to that world.
Yeah, sure.
But honestly, when I was about 18 to 20, I just kind of got into the fly fishing heavily, and a few buddies were getting into it. And the fly fishing world is really geared towards this whole catch and release, conservation stuff. And since I couldn't keep fish anyways, I think I was kind of drawn towards that. And then next thing I know, I'm duct taping a GoPro camera on my neck just to prove to all my family I actually caught all the fish I said I did, because I couldn't bring them home.
Sure. So speaking back to your net, speaking on those, tell us a little bit real quick about that buy-on program.
Yeah, that's just the build your own net feature. So you can, like we were talking about earlier, the buy on is basically just, you pick every feature of that net,
Yeah.
build it out to your specs.
Yeah, I thought that was kind of cool. It's BYON
Yeah.
instead of BYOB.
That's right.
Yeah.
Build your own net, though, is what it stands for. So
Yeah.
bring your own net.
So can you bring your own beer while you build your own yet?
100%. 100%. In fact, you just missed it. We had a short story keg on tap here at our shop.
Oh, no
it ju-
kidding.
It just kicked the day before Christmas, but we'll have another beer on draft here soon, I'm sure.
Nice.
So we'll need to have one on tap when we come up there to do the live.
100%. We got plenty of bourbon too, if you guys like that.
Love it.
Yeah, we love us some bourbon.
Yes.
Yeah, man.
Mention bourbon. So my wife, she's gonna kill me for telling this, but her and my son was out shopping today, and he was shopping for his girlfriend. And he's like, "How do I know what she likes?" And my wife's like, "Well, it really kind of goes with what you want to smell on her." And I'm like, "Honey, why haven't you been buying a lot more bourbon scented things?"
That's funny.
That's right.
No, it's good.
Yeah.
Well, Beau, man, we sure appreciate you coming on this evening. It was an awesome time.
Happy to do it. Thanks for having me.
I don't know what the
It's
happened now.
it's exciting to get the name out. I know we've had our shop since 4 years, going on our 5th year now. But a lot of people still don't know about us. I know we are kind of niche with the fly fishing stuff, but we do offer the nets in house. A new thing we're about to launch here January 6th is our whole line of bucktail. So for you hunters out there, might like to understand this, is we process our own bucktails in house.
Oh, nice.
So that's a pretty cool thing. We've gotten with all the local butchers, and we dye up our own bucktail and tie flies with them. So
That's awesome.
That's keeping all the parts in use.
Yes,
That's
I
great.
love it, man. Keep
Yeah, man.
using everything. I love how you centered around keeping the hunting heritage and just the outdoor heritage alive. It's awesome.
yeah, buddy.
All right, man. Well, we sure appreciate it, and we thank you for coming in this evening.
You know how Dave had that awesome moment?
He just lost it.
Yeah, he lost it. What's that saying? You can have all them attaboys in the world, but when shit takes them all away, Dave just had one of those again.
He just had one of those.
He couldn't let it go, could he?
He noticed it as soon as it happened.
Yeah,
I know.
He turned you down, Beau, and he thought he thought he had the other volume up.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
I'm a little slow sometimes, but
most of the time.
No, he's good. We love him.
But yeah, we appreciate you coming on though, for sure, definitely.
Yep.
It was great.
We look forward to coming
man.
up there and having a live there in the Natives Fly Shop. We need to get that scheduled.
Hey, come on up anytime. Would love to have you.
Okay. Thank you, Beau. We sure appreciate it. Have a good evening.
Yeah, guys. You too.
Have a good New Year.
Bye. You too.
All right, guys. Thanks for joining us this evening on the Limb Podcast with Nature's Voice Game Calls. Be sure to check us out on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, YouTube, or wherever you get your podcasts. We're there, all past and present episodes. And we appreciate Dave sitting in his chair this evening. And we're so thankful that Dan got to come in. Woo! Dan!
Yeah.
All right, everybody have a great New Year. Thanks for listening. Good night. This episode of On the Limb Podcast with Nature's Voice Game Calls is brought to you by Faith Builders, LLC. Faith Builders, LLC is a Christian-owned and operated West Virginia construction company. Faith Builders is a shingle master through Certainteed Shingles. Faith Builders offers a 50-year non-prorated warranty. In addition to pitched roofs, Faith Builders also specializes in low-slope roofing for both commercial and residential, currently certified through Mule Hide Roofing Products. Give them a call today at 304-916-3033 and 304-474-3096, or visit them on their Facebook page. Faith Builders, LLC, brightening up the world one job at a time. 304-916-3033.